Ah, look at this humble little village town. Coming of age, awarded for ascending to the top of Cobblestone Tor, completing the ceremony. The ceremony's all done. Congratulations. Now don't tell me you've forgotten where you live and all the excitement. Just follow the paving stones. Oh, you must be tired to be forgetting that. You should head home and put your feet up. Look at these horses.
This is pretty good, man. Hey, did you climb the thing, man? This is pretty good. You mind leaving me alone?
Alright, horse, fine. I could talk to... Don't you talk to me. Okay, well, horses aren't exactly the most understanding fellows in the world. These children are like, man, we're children, no one likes us. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. No one. My dog! Come back, dog! He said wolf. I'm gonna go in my house. How convenient that the path leads to my home.
Here's my little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard all about your big adventure. Look at you, all grown up.
I'm a big boy!
I hope he wasn't too much of a bother, Gemma dear.
Of course not. Quite the opposite, in fact. You would have been proud of him. We got attacked by a monster at the top of the tor, and I ended up hanging onto the edge of the cliff by my fingertips. I thought I was done for. But you'll never guess what happened next. That mark on his hand suddenly lit up, and a bolt of lightning hit the monster.
What did you say? That funny little mark? Lightning flying about the place? Goodness me. Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right all along. Well, I've been putting this off for long enough now. You and me need to have a little talk. Here, this belongs to you.
Is rock! That's a nice rock.
Your grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed the tor. The truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret all these years. Something I've never told another soul in the village. It's... how can I put this now? Well, he said you're the reincarnation of the luminary.
The what?
What?
Oh, don't ask me what the old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know is that your grandfather said you had a special destiny, and that there was something you had to do. He said that when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that necklace thingy to the king. He seemed to think that if you did that, all would become clear. Clear as mud, I shouldn't wonder. Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about, you'll have to leave Cobblestone and head over to Heliodor.
Crikey.
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be marching on an empty stomach. Come on, dinner.
Castle tries his hardest to sleep, but he's too confused by everything he learned in the span of like 1 minute. Eventually, he questioned whether he should have the opportunity to ever speak a word in his life. Well then. Good morning. Having trouble sleeping? Oh, whenever I have trouble, I go for a walk. That's usually where you have scenes where you talk to other people. It tends to be the way of the things. I'ma leave through the window. I thought if they were gonna let me for a second there. It's like, oh man, can I? No.
Oh, can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh? You know, I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing. I remember the story my granddad told me. Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since. That's his star, right there. How can you be the luminary too? I just don't get it. I know. That's what you're going to Heliodor to find out. I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to. Goodbye, old friend.
She even did the cry sparkle. He's like, I didn't really get to say my piece, so fuck this bitch. I didn't really get to, she didn't really give me space to, like, take control of the conversation, and it's like... Good morning. Ah, yes! My cover art outfit!
Well, just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you. You won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once.
Alright, I'll do like 80% the first time, 20% the second
Why
time.
don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor? You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But don't take too long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.
Okay. Well, it feels good to have our default outfit. Not gonna lie, I admire a game for getting us out into the world in less than an hour. It's pretty cool. Quest! Dearie, dearie me. What am I gonna do? Hold on, let's get a good view of him. He's like, oh. If it isn't young Castles, you came along at the right time. I got a favor. I put a U in it to spell it wrong. Foreigner's blown the fuck out. The other day I was playing with my lad, you know, messing around as you do. Anyway, he's got this flurry feather that he loves, and, well, fool that I am, I managed to let it blow away. Luckily, the wind only blew it as far as the roof of your shed. I'd get it, but I'm not good with heights. Anyway, I know you're a brave young fellow. Can you get the feather off your house? Of course. I knew you'd help me out. You always paid attention to what the priest said in church, you know, that stuff about being kind, and that, granted, there was that one time you ate 6 pounds of communion rate wafers, but it's like, don't worry about it, man. Remember, you can jump with the circle button. It's pretty good. It's really, really good. So apparently in our shed. Ah, yes. With the convenient amount of platforming involved. Number 1, the flurry feather. Number 2, gold coins! We hide the family fortune in a large glowing chest on top of our roof. No one will find it. There you are, and looks like you got the feather. Would you mind letting me have it? No. No, I will not. Yes, I will. Thanks, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Can't wait to see the look on my boy's face. Before I forget, have this. You gave me a hibiscus. Is a hibiscus like a biscuit? It'd be cool if they, you know, it was like a biscuit. Bah! Ha! Thanks for that. Let me look at this. I picked up like a hibiscus or some shit. It's not in there. Oh, we have a different outfit in here. Oh, this is the Dragon Quest VIII outfit. Okay, that makes sense. A soporific flower that can send a single enemy to sleep. Oh, I guess you would have to hit equip. Even equipping it doesn't actually change my appearance, though. Plain, best of success. Apparently this is better, though. Ah, you need to have both to effectively change to this outfit. Well, fact of the matter is we should probably play as what we look like normally instead of, like, immediately changing. Alright, I'm a big fan of games that change the appearance of stuff as you equip new things. This is a huge-ass sword. Heard all about it from your mother. She said there's an important journey you have to make. Before you head off, go to the shop, you little shit. Alright, man, I'll go shopping. They're like, hey, is that the kid? Is the guy that's leaving in the river? Yeah, why is he doing that? I don't know. Here's some advice from one bloke to another. Keep your mind on the job. No matter how fierce the fighting gets, you gotta stay focused. The more you get walloped, the more focused you'll get. And before you know it, you'll be all pepped up. You'll be really full of beans. They'll just look at him like, man, this luminary's eating beans. Man. Where's our shops at? Oh, wait, there's icons on the map here. Also, that's the best way to do, special text for people who speak a little bit differently, like different English. Everything that they did in Octopath Traveler with Haunted was horrid. This was good. That's all I'm saying. It's a curious power from this vine. That's interesting. Hey, I'm coming in. Ah, so you're leaving. Just make sure you buy your thingies. I don't need any of that. A bandana. And Wayfarer's clothes. They both seem to be a bit better than what I have. Antidote? We probably want to pick up at least 7 of these. No, I just realized how much money I have. We're gonna want to pick up 5 of them. Pot lid? Yeah. You have a 2-handed weapon. Do you still want this? Oh, okay, I get it. I can't use a shield if I'm using a great sword, but if I was using the short sword, I could. Okay, cool. Well then, I've done my buying. I'm ready to leave. Hello. So you're leaving us for a bit, eh? Well, they're up in the north entrance. Better get up there. We'll miss you, sunshine. I don't trust you. I don't trust this guy. I don't know what it is. That's the kind of motherfucker here whose name's most likely either Tiny or Cheryl. I don't know what it is. So this is it. My little soldier's really leaving. He might not be back. Hope you said your goodbyes. I didn't mean to. Oh. You have to hit the D-pad to select things. They don't let you do it with the stick. Alright. Time for a farewell.
One day you're just a little boy. The next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine young man you've become. To think, it's been so many years already since old Chalky found you floating since he brought you to Cobblestone. We never thought there was anything out of the ordinary about you. And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things. You know who the luminary was, of course. A legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness. And we're supposed to believe that you're him reincarnated? I don't doubt old Chalky, of course, but it is a little hard to swallow, I must say. Oh, when you meet the King of Heliodor, put in a good word for old Cobblestone, won't you, eh? If he finds out this is the village where the luminary was raised, there might be something in it for us, if you catch my drift.
Oh, you are terrible. Trust you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
Oh, no, I'm only joking, of course. The very thought. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. Now, the fate that awaits you may well be one beyond anything we simple country folk can imagine.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I just realized the dude behind him with the drastic bowl cut over the large head, right next to the child that's the exact same. I can't handle that. I can't.
You must allow us to offer what little assistance we can.
Take this. A map. Must be a small map. A horse!
Hey man, you realize...
May this magnificent steed, the pride of Cobblestone, lighten your burden and speed you on your way.
I mean, I didn't know I was not letting you, you know, talk to me, or it was a surprise. We're friends now.
That's how my horse talks in case you're wondering.
Heliodor easily enough. Just head north out of the village and follow your nose.
Hey man, you know, you're not as heavy as I used to be, man.
You travel safely now. Oh, you're such a good boy, such a good boy. You make us proud out there.
Well, what are you doing? I'm a dude, not a dog. Like, you just scratch me on the ears? Like, what are you doing?
Wait! Here, take this with you. I made it for you.
Oh, thank you. Can I have the dog? Gemma's charm.
It'll keep you safe. I heard there are lots of monsters where you're going. Be sure to keep it close, won't you? I don't know what's in store for you out there. But wherever you go and whoever you meet, don't forget us, will you? Take care, and remember, we'll be waiting for you.
I love this dog. I'm just looking at the dog while she talks, assuming that's how the dog talks. he's just such a bro. It's like, hey man, I'm a dog. It's like my favorite dog I've ever seen in a game. It's like, hey man. I think it's just Akira Toriyama looking ass dog just really does it. Horses are an incredibly convenient way to cover large amounts of ground in very little time, but you'll sometimes have to enter areas that can only be explored on foot. Don't despair, though! A ring on one of those many summoning bells around Erdrea will soon bring your faithful friend galloping back.
Can you not do it on Tuesdays? I gotta I gotta play cards and stuff.
We'll see what we can work out.
Yeah, I can't do it on Tuesdays.
Horse?
Yeah.
It is Tuesday while we're doing this.
Okay, just alright, fine.
This feels pretty good. In terms of how I control a horse, satisfying. It's not as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm joking. I could not give less of a shit about that game. Ah, beautiful. Not gonna lie, in terms of, like, large open areas, this is really nailing... It's nailing a visual style that I didn't initially expect. Hold on, can I gallop into... Yes! Oh, come slime! You can't stand a chance. I can just gallop into all of you. That slime doesn't stand a chance. You're done. I wouldn't go through there if I were you. The monsters will make mincemeat of you. Head north. Alright, fine. Get him. Ha! Sorry, that just feels really good. The game seems to be striking both the cel-shaded look, but also mixing in some somewhat realistic-ish looking environments that's stylized enough. It's in a way that at least looks satisfying. The fuck? That was just a bird with a... That was a bird with a skull! Watch out, these needlers mean business. Yeah! Sorry to say, but you don't stand a chance now that I got a big old sword. Yeah! They're like, oh my god. He just creamed us with a 40-pound greatsword. I guess we should get into a couple of fights here, just to mix some things up. I'll say the game's pacing has been quite good so far. Just really getting us into it in short order. Voice acting's okay. I wouldn't say that this is like the most, that fucking chest. I wouldn't say this is the most, like, groundbreaking looking game, but I always get surprised when I see more and more, like, big AAA JRPGs, because a lot of the time you don't get a lot of them, I feel like. You get stuff in the AA range, like a Tales of game, so it's always nice to see some stunning for what they are levels of stuff. It's kind of like how you don't expect a lot of JRPGs to look like, whatever Western big AAA game's coming out. What the next flavor of the year is. And that's fine. I of course end up preferring Japanese games over anything else, so whenever I see them look this good, I get quite excited. Get fucked, you dumb pickles. I don't know what the fuck those things were, but they can eat my ass. You too. Can't be beat. What in the fuck is that thing? Look at him dancing! Look at this little guy. Oops, I accidentally just... Don't you dare tell me the thing's called like Cruel Cumber! Hold on, does this game do hold to do all actions? Okay, I must have double tapped by accident, because before, I kind of just sped through it. Oh! He's like, oh no, I'm not gonna die on my own like this. Level 4. But it's always great to see, big JRPGs kind of like pushing the envelope at least a little bit visually, you know. Like KH3 looks really nice, and, you know, FF15 tried to open world stuff. It's always neat. Always neat. So far, I'm really liking the pacing, though. Like, we're really getting into the thick of the game very quickly. What in the fuck is happening with that rabbit? Bunicorn. That slime's like, nah, dude. Nah, dude. This is too scary, man. They're like, oh my god, you killed him! You fucking killed him!
Oh, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one. It can be risky heading into the great outdoors if you aren't familiar with the basics of survival, you know. See the remains of that fire over there? Well, when you spy one of those, it means you can set up camp and rest your weary bones.
Bones?
To settle down for the night, just go up to the fire and examine it. You'll soon be enjoying a well-earned break. What's that? You're worried about being attacked by monsters while you sleep? Oh, ye of little faith. That statue over there is chock full of holy powers that'll keep the beasties at bay for as long as you need. And that's not all. You can pray to it to be cured of poison and all kinds of other things. Think of it as a mini church. Anyway, enough of my yammering. Why don't you take a closer look at all this camping kit for yourself? You'll need to get used to what campsites look like and how to find them. After all, you'll be relying on them whenever you're out in the wilderness. It's like my old dad always said, keen campers can continue on where others can't. Be prepared. Well, that's all from me. If you have any camping-related queries, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
That dude sounds so fucking lonely to me. I don't know what it is. Do what? Rest? You gotta... rest until dawn. Oh, this is a way to advance time, I guess. I guess there's a time system in the game where it, like, gets darker. Well, it certainly looks prettier. What the fuck are these things? I never saw them again. Hold on. Drive by. Drive by! Boom! I said boom! I'm a big fan of that. I'm a huge fan of that. No, you can't get me. I have no idea if that was like a real miss or not. No, let's do a test. I parried. I'm gonna hit the needler and run. I'm gonna hit defend. Alright, so it looks like no matter where you move, it's still gonna hit. But part of it made it feel like this movement in general kept it so I don't, like, take damage if I, like, get a good amount of distance away. But I don't think that's what's happening here. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because it would kind of break the game, then you would definitely play it this way instead of the traditional way. Anywho. 80 gold coins! I just found a small fortune! How do you save in this, I wonder? There's also party talk and... I guess we would talk to this, right? Yeah, confession. Ah, thank God. My biggest fear of them all, was a bad save screen. Can we talk about how there's so many games that use the PS4 or the PS3, the PSP style save menu? And for those wondering, that's shit. That system, bad. Doesn't look good. Breaks immersion. I like it when it's nice and works within the bounds of the thing. Anyway, we're going to end this episode too. And I'm going to edit these so that the first episode can come out on time. But I'm having a good time. In terms of me playing for an hour, my impression will obviously be positive because I don't know what game could just crash and burn in 60 minutes, but it certainly isn't Dragon Quest XI. We'll continue heading toward Heliodor in the next episode, where me and my horse will go on a great journey.
Yeah, it's just like, just hold on. There we go. Pledge to the Patreon. There's a button that's gonna come up. Alright, we're leaving now.
I can respect a horse that wants to shill.